For millennia, fire was humanity's ally, offering warmth, food, and comfort, even in the chaos of war. But World War II changed everything. The battlefield was now watched from the skies. A single plume of smoke or a flicker of light could mean instant death. Fires, once a source of hope, became deadly beacons for enemy artillery and aircraft. Even a match or a cigarette could betray a hidden position. The heat soldiers craved was now a liability, detectable by emerging technologies. Soldiers had to unlearn ancient instincts. Fire was now something to fear, to hide, to control. The challenge, how to cook, boil water, or stay warm without revealing their location. This necessity sparked a wave of innovation, forcing soldiers to invent new ways to survive. The comforting hearth was gone. In its place, invisible fires became the key to staying alive. In war, even the most basic comforts could become fatal mistakes. To hide their fires, soldiers turned to the earth itself. The solution, the Dakota Fire Hole, an ancient, ingenious method rediscovered in WW2. With a simple entrenching tool, a soldier dug a small pit for the fire and a second tunnel for air. This design, borrowed from the Dakota people, allowed for a nearly smokeless hidden flame. Flames burned below ground, invisible to enemy eyes and aircraft. The airflow made the fire hotter and more efficient, producing less smoke. Soldiers could boil water or heat rations without giving away their position. The Dakota Fire Hole was a lifeline. Simple, effective, and born from desperation. It was a small act of defiance against the cold and the ever-present threat of discovery. Sometimes survival meant hiding even the smallest spark. The Dakota Fire Hole worked by channeling air directly to the fire's base, ensuring hotter, cleaner combustion. Unlike open fires which produce visible smoke and light, the Dakota Hole's design minimized both. The air intake tunnel fed oxygen from below, burning fuel more completely and reducing smoke. Any smoke that did escape cooled and dispersed at ground level, making it nearly invisible. The pit's depth concealed the fire's glow, only visible if you looked straight down. Cooking pots placed over the hole further blocked light and trapped heat. The surrounding earth insulated the fire, reducing its thermal signature. Even as thermal detection technology advanced, the Dakota Hole kept soldiers hidden. It was a perfect blend of physics and survival instinct. By working with nature, soldiers turned a deadly risk into a tactical advantage. The invisible fire became a symbol of adaptation and ingenuity. Sometimes digging a fire hole wasn't possible, so soldiers turned to portable, smokeless stoves and special fuels. Alcohol stoves, often improvised from tins, burned clean and nearly invisible. The Tommy cooker and Esbit stove, fueled by solid tablets, became iconic for their simplicity and stealth. These devices let soldiers heat water or food quickly, with minimal smoke or light. They could eat and stay alert without gathering in groups or risking detection. The trade-off: these stoves offered little warmth and could only cook small meals. Still, they were a lifeline, providing sustenance when comfort was impossible. In the field, survival often meant making do with less. Every hidden flame was a calculated risk. Technology alone wasn't enough. Discipline was everything. Strict rules governed when and where fires could be lit. Fires were forbidden during daylight. At dawn, dusk, or night, extreme caution was required. Location mattered. Fires were hidden in depressions, woods, or ruins, never in the open. Light discipline was enforced. Ponchos or blankets covered dugouts, and even cigarettes were lit under helmets or blankets. Smoking at night near the front was strictly banned. Every soldier learned these rules by heart. A single mistake could be fatal for the whole unit. These habits became second nature, drilled into every man. Survival depended on collective discipline and constant vigilance. The smallest lapse could turn a hidden squad into a target. In war, caution was the only comfort. The price of invisible fire was steep. Comfort was sacrificed for survival. Soldiers endured brutal cold, frostbite, and trench foot, unable to risk a warming fire. Hot meals were rare. Cold rations became the norm, wearing down morale. The psychological toll was immense. Constant darkness, silence, and fear of discovery. The absence of communal fires fractured social bonds, leaving men isolated and shivering. Every hour of waiting in the cold felt endless. Yet the alternative, lighting a fire, could mean instant death. Soldiers learned to endure, huddling together or burrowing deeper into the earth. The invisible fire was a symbol of ingenuity, but also of suffering. In war, even warmth and light became luxuries too dangerous to risk. The lessons of WW2's invisible fires live on in modern survival training. Today's soldiers and survivalists still use Dakota Fire Holes and practice strict fire discipline. Modern stoves are lighter, but the core principle remains: stay warm, stay hidden. Civilian bushcrafters value the Dakota Hole for its efficiency and minimal impact. It's a staple for those who practice leave no trace or prepare for emergencies. In disaster scenarios, a hidden fire can mean the difference between life and death. These ancient tactics have become essential skills for anyone facing the wild or the unknown. Preparedness is about doing more with less, and staying safe while doing it. The wisdom of the past continues to guide us. The story of invisible fires is one of adaptation and resilience. Soldiers turned ancient wisdom into modern survival, hiding fire to stay alive. The Dakota Hole and pocket stove were more than tricks, they were lifelines. But every hidden flame came at a cost: cold, hunger, and psychological strain. War forced a brutal trade-off between comfort and safety. The lesson endures: survival is a balance between need and peril. Knowledge, discipline, and adaptability remain our greatest tools. The invisible fires are gone, but their lessons still burn bright.